Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, I look so short. I'm in a lower chair. It's okay, I'll just be the little kid at the table. Welcome to our Cheesecake Boys coloring party. We have cheesecake, we have pictures to color, and I have two wonderful friends who I love to humiliate and torture. Let me introduce them to you. This is Terese.
Hi.
Terese helped me put the book together. We spent an evening looking through all these printouts of Cheesecake Boys and deciding where they should go. Could not have done it without you. And when she is not doing that,
it was fun.
yeah. When she's not doing that, Terese is an awesome artist and she does amazing abstract work here at the studio. And then over here we have the Cheesecake Boy himself, one of our models. You have him? Yeah. I asked him if he was going to color himself this morning.
Myself.
He's way too modest for that. But there he is. Hold it up real close. Now, why don't you tell them why we have drawn you with chickens? Whoops.
I have pet chickens. I have 8 of them, and I'm very obsessed with them.
Yes.
And I'm kind of known as a chicken guy. Yeah,
that's right.
It's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you were the very last Cheesecake Boy to get added to the book. You slipped
really?
right in at the
Wow.
last minute.
Good for me.
All right, so to start this off, I'm going to cut us some cheesecake. Well, some of us. Terese will not be partaking.
Yes, sadly.
Whenever I see a cheesecake, I think of the Golden Girls.
What's the Golden
Oh,
Girls
yeah.
reference?
They always sit together at their dining room table and eat
Cheesecake.
Can you name all the Golden Girls? I couldn't do that.
Oh,
Really?
No.
I don't watch it enough.
Is it Blanche?
Blanche, right? That's the only one I know.
And what's
Well, that's the important one.
Oh,
She's
okay.
she's
She's-
the slut. She's my favorite.
I forgot what Betty White is.
Oh,
Rose.
that's right, Betty
Rose.
And then, okay.
And then of course there's Maud. What's her? Oh,
B. Arthur.
B.
Arthur, okay.
What's her name though on the show? Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Okay.
There you go.
It's not a show that I watch.
I had never seen it, but then my husband introduced it
It's
to me because
good.
he was
It's a-
obsessed with it.
Oh, I
when
don't
was
watch
growing
it
up.
anymore, but they were great.
They were wonderful.
They were funny.
And Betty White lives around here. I should have invited her this morning. I'm
Oh,
sure
that
she
would've
would have
been
just
great.
That would have
loved
been
to.
so cool. That would have been
Can we just
fun.
pretend you're Betty White?
Oh, sure.
Have to age you a
Not
little.
I'm her.
Could do some
I'm
Betty White drag.
I'm a bunch of people.
Betty, next time we'll invite you. Let's see, who am I gonna color?
Oh.
I guess I can't color myself since apparently that is too
No,
narcissistic.
You can.
You can just say it's me because it
This
looks
is
like
me.
me.
Yeah, I'll color him. No, that's what I'll do. I'll color you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a
That'll
good idea.
be
That's a good
fun.
idea.
I'm gonna color the chicken man. Alright, so those of you watching and joining us at home, if you would like to go and download your own copy of the coloring book, do it, because it's wonderfully fun, right?
It's so much fun. They're super fun. They're super cool.
They're saying that because they
Creative.
have to,
No,
but
it's good.
it really is.
No, I get it.
It's very like modeling for it in a way was very
Yeah.
freeing, I suppose, or whatever. What do you want to call that?
Freeing of your clothes.
Yeah, well that too. But
It's just like, just kind of like being part of a kind of a fun thing.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Because how long have you been doing these now?
Oh, yeah.
I have been
Okay.
doing Cheesecake Boys for 10 years.
Mhm.
I started it because I loved the pinup girls from the 40s and 50s. I thought they were like kind of like naughty but so innocent at the same time, and I loved that. And the art was really good. The illustrations were amazing. But I just always wondered, why did they never paint men like that? All the men from that time, the pinup art of men, they were all like these kind of big burly beefcake dudes.
Well, and that's fine too.
Right,
We
that's
need
totally
beef,
fine.
We need beefcakes.
Yes, but they were always like in control of the situation.
Sure.
You know, if they were showing you something, it's because they wanted to. And the women, it was different. They were always in these like
Right,
weird
they were
Always
scenarios.
a kind of submissive. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It was like too dominating. I thought. You know,
Exactly.
the way their postures were.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Right. So I was
So
like,
this is an awesome
Yeah.
alternative.
I said, let's put a little switch on this.
Do you remember the first one you did? Like,
Yes.
What was the very first?
It was a painting,
Okay.
and it was at first I wasn't. I only started doing coloring pages recently, but
Oh, yeah.
for a long time it was paintings and drawings and things like that. And the very first one was an office worker getting off the elevator, and his
Okay.
shirt was caught, and it was ripping. his shirt
Oh, wow.
So it's
happens all the time at work, right?
How would you describe it, like, as far as how it's evolved over the years? Because it's 10 years, right?
I would say it's gotten like trashier.
Is there a certain like? I mean, there's a drawing style, obviously, but is there a certain like thing, like element that has to be incorporated in all of them?
Well, like a partially undressed guy.
Okay.
That's really it.
Right.
And I would say, one thing that has changed in the last 5 years or so is really like an awareness of the importance of including like, as many diverse body types and people from
Right.
different
Yeah.
backgrounds and ethnicities and things.
Because
Yeah.
we saw the one earlier that has
Has a wheelchair in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, you were
that's
saying
cool.
that you wanted to do that, this one, right? You wanted to
Yeah.
include more diversity.
Yeah. Ever since we started doing coloring pages, and I've just kind of been interacting more with people all around the world who color them, it's just helped me to realize, like, at first I was drawing mostly guys who looked like me because I felt a little weird about kind of objectifying someone else.
Right,
But
right.
then I realized, like, well, everybody wants to be a Cheesecake Boy, so I'm just going
yeah,
to
who
draw.
doesn't want to be?
Yeah.
I have so many people messaging me and stuff asking if they can pose for
Really?
them
That's so-
all the time.
Wow.
All the time.
So cool.
I mean, I also get a lot of pushback from it too, a lot of backlash, but like that's fine.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
What's one of the highlights, do you think, about this whole process with the cheesecake?
What I love about
Cheesecake Boys.
the coloring book part is just getting to interact with other people. Like I make a drawing and then I get to see it interpreted 100 different ways.
Where where have you seen it go all over the world? I mean,
Everywhere.
Okay.
Wow. So,
Everywhere.
and do you get like, are there any like, messages you get from Instagram or whatever that kind of pop out like, wow, this really,
Let's
this was
see.
really amazing.
Well, the
Yeah.
wheelchair one actually, when I put that, because for a long time I was releasing a free coloring page every Friday.
Sure.
And for
Oh,
years.
that's
So people, and I still do a coloring page every Friday, but now you do have to pay for it. You can get that at patreon.com/Cheesecake Boys. But I've noticed that a lot of times when I do include like a model that represents like a more diverse
Right.
group of people,
Yeah.
I just get a lot of messages from people thanking me for including somebody like them.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
That's
you know?
really,
I
really
love that.
cool. Yeah.
But I also just like, I'll make a drawing with one kind of idea in mind, and then I see everybody out there coloring it in their own way. Like people from different countries might
Yeah.
I've seen them incorporate like patterns on the clothing that I would
Really?
never think of, and just things
That's
like that.
so
It's
neat.
kind of like looking at an Andy Warhol pop art series where it's
Sure.
the same image
Yeah.
100 different times.
That's
Right,
cool.
I
right,
love
right.
that.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is that coloring anybody can do, no matter what age you are, who you are.
Has there
Coloring-
been-
coloring's universal?
Yeah.
Has there been anyone that like suggested like an inclusive idea, like for wheelchairs or trans men or something like that? That they want to like bring
Yep.
in.
There's a group in LA that works
Impressive.
with gay men who have had addiction issues with meth.
Yeah.
And they have a facility
Sure,
where these
sure.
guys can stay
Sure.
for recovery.
Nice.
And so they are incorporating the Cheesecake Boy because coloring is very therapeutic.
Right.
in general.
It is. It
So
is.
they're
Yes.
actually using
That was going to be the
the
next
Cheesecake
question.
Boys
It's
for their group. They print them out, and I made some special ones for them and
Oh.
stuff. And they've sent me like pictures of their coloring.
That's super
So
cool.
that's
there was a
that's really rewarding.
oh yeah, it's awesome, and it's just something fun that they can everyone can enjoy in their own way. They were a part of this kind of underground art festival in England this year called Pimp My Unicorn. They printed out some giant ones, and all the people were
Yeah.
coloring them. So I mean, I've seen them all over the place. It's a blast, always.
This is very exciting. The
Cheesecake
more
Boys
we
are-
hear about this.
The more you know.
No, it's great.
How'd you come up with the name?
Well, they did call the pinup girls. There was the especially like cheesy ones. They
Oh,
called them
okay.
Cheesecake
Gotcha.
Girls.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is a direct response to that.
Exactly. And some of the poses are taken, like the one you're coloring,
Yeah.
the sailor, hold it up and show them so we can see. that there was a pinup girl exactly in that pose, except
Okay.
she
I
didn't
can
have
see
pants
that.
as the sail, but
I
she
can
was
totally
all
see,
over.
like from the 40s or the 30s.
Oh, you're both doing the same one. I just
Oh.
noticed that.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
That must be a popular one.
Oh, yeah. I liked it because he was in the water.
Yeah, yes. I think when we were arranging them, you had invented this elaborate story that there was a shark back there somewhere.
There was. I said there's a shark, and he's got an optimistic attitude. The shark.
You should draw the shark in yours, I
I
think.
really should.
What was the first two-guy one that you did that had like two men in it?
Oh, that didn't come at first.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I think
Because that adds a whole nother dimension to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some of yours I noticed have little narratives.
Yes. I do. Well, like basically
that's
you're
a-
drawing the
that's a
same
nice-
kind of. You're drawing the same thing over and over again. I've done hundreds of them, so I always try to like put some sort of a fun spin on it. But I think I don't know that I actually started doing like couples and multiple people until it became a coloring book, and then I really wanted to include some of that because they are really popular with a lot of different people. There's a lot of like straight women who love coloring
Oh,
them,
yeah.
and all people of all different backgrounds.
That's what I'm saying. This is for anybody.
And I've been thinking for a long time that I would love to do a series. Everyone always asks, why don't you make a coloring book of pinup girls? And I always say, well, there's already been so many pinup girls drawn all throughout history, so I didn't know what I could really add to that.
Right.
But then I had this thought, thinking about the beefcake girls, or
Yeah.
the beefcake boys from the 40s and 50s. It would be fun to do some girls like that, like
Oh,
lifting
Yeah,
barbells
so,
and,
like-
you know. For me, it's the...
That would be fun.
We're live on video, come on in!
Come on in.
We have some more guests that are joining us. Let me grab some chairs and some cheesecake for everyone.
Hello, Brenda. Happy
Happy New Year!
We'll just all squeeze together.
See? See mine?
Yeah?
Oh, wow!
Can you get over here? You can have a seat. Denise, are you joining
I was
us?
knocking in, but I guess you couldn't hear me.
Oh no, because we were
I'll
performing.
show you.
Wait, what's happening? Oh, cheesecake!
Yeah.
We are on live on Facebook, Instagram, and all over the world. People
Wow.
are watching
Awesome.
us.
Oh my god!
This is Brenda, also known as
Super Art
Chick. Could you hand Brenda the selection of
course.
coloring pages?
So this is a
I'm
selection.
gonna go get things that
Oh,
glitter.
wow.
Okay,
And then-
please
and
do.
You choose whatever you want. There's like 5 different ones you can choose from.
Yeah, I'm gonna gotta
Oh, I
grab
know
a
it is. It's
couple
a
of chairs.
Mascabelia
What's that?
on your arm.
No,
It is?
that? It's a Dracula orchid.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, I was telling him. I'm sorry, I'm so horrible with names. What is your
Nick.
name? Nick.
I
was
know
telling
that,
Nick.
Brenda.
I was telling Nick how wonderful his tattoos are.
Yeah, they are.
I want to get it tattooed. I just don't know what.
Don't know
Do you have any
what.
tattoos?
None that I'll talk about.
Okay.
That's
Good
a great
answer.
That
Good
is a good
answer.
answer.
Good answer.
Well, I didn't mean to take your chair.
Oh no, it's fine. They've been looking at me for 20 minutes. They can have
A new queen to look at, right?
Yeah, it's a new queen. Brenda is definitely that. And we'll just squeeze Denise in between you guys for another work, and then I'll just hover back
You'll
here.
hover?
I'll hover. Who would like some cheesecake?
I'm good.
Sorry. Denise, do you want cheesecake? I bet she does.
She said she was going to get glitter. Denise probably wants cheesecake.
Yeah, I imagine so. All of you watching at home should have some cheesecake too. Here they are.
Did you know that all of these are perfectly either
Oh
all the way
yes.
around?
I work very hard on these drawings for everyone.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because usually if you were making swirls, they wouldn't really match up so that you're going to have every other color exactly right.
Right?
But
But when it's a cheesecake boy, it's got to be perfect. Hold it up and show them which one you're doing because we were just talking about that. Ta-da!
Do you, I imagine they're all like your kids, and you can't pick a favorite kid, but do you have favorite ones that you've
I
drawn?
have like hundreds of kids now.
Yeah.
Here's your cheesecake.
oh my
my donuts from this morning.
Oh, perfect. It's a healthy day. Here, did you speak? Hello. Mwah.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Woo. This is Denise.
Denise.
Denise is going to color too. Here are
And I brought things that sparkle.
perfect.
Oh.
Here, you can
Yes,
choose
come on,
which
let's
page
just
you
be
want.
realistic.
That's me.
Is that you?
Yes.
Alright. You've got cupcakes on your butt.
It happens.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
It's a very weird, like, forced, awkward moment here.
No, it's great. It's great. I'm here. This is
This
me.
is
Yeah,
you?
this is
Oh,
Nick.
Nice,
Chicken.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice to meet you. Oh, you got a chicken. Chickens for Stacy.
How many chickens do you
Oh.
have?
I have 8 chickens.
Where are you?
Wow.
Nick is all about the chickens.
Yeah,
That's
I live
pretty cool.
just up the street here. in
What,
Cheesecake.
tell us, can you tell us a little bit about your chickens?
Yeah, so the one I'm holding is probably peanut butter because she's the only one that will let me pick her up. The others get kind of grumpy.
Peanut butter, that's a cute
Yeah.
name.
Do they all have names?
They
I
do.
gotta
All
do
8 of
lollipops
them have
The lollipops, isn't that great?
Yeah,
The
that's what I'm
lollipops.
And the one pulling off my clothes is probably Dee Dee.
I did use one of
Dee?
the
Is that what
photos
you
of
say,
your
Dee?
chicken.
Yeah,
That's a
For
good
that.
name for
Yeah.
a chicken.
Okay.
Yes. I will say that for Nick's photo, he only sent me a photo of his face, so I had to invent the
Is there a
rest.
sharpener
Yeah.
on that?
Being
Sometimes
very
they have
modest.
sharpeners on the actual box.
Oh, the crayon.
I mean, I can
The
pose
sharpener.
next time if you want.
I think so. We should do that on Facebook Live too.
Yeah, I'm game.
People are commenting, but I can't read it. It's too far away. Hi everyone, thanks for watching.
But Paul, so do you have favorite ones that you've done that you were like really
Stuck with you?
Well, this is really fun.
It
Color,
is.
so Paul, I have not colored for a long time. This is a great way to start the
Aw.
year.
You're doing a beautiful job. I like your color
I've been
combination.
here forever.
I'm trying to think. I did a show of Cheesecake Boy paintings at this
Okay.
gallery in Chicago, probably like 7 or 8 years ago, and all the models were queer male
Yeah.
celebrities. And so there were some really fun ones in that. I did Mike Ruiz, a photographer,
Okay.
and they all posed for me for the paintings, so that was fun.
That's neat.
Perez Hilton, which was
Really?
really weird, like fun.
Wow.
I really liked his. I had him stalking like outside Lady Gaga's house, and then her dog was the one who was like pulling his pants off.
Oh.
That's funny.
We need to really get them over to the Queer Eye guys.
Oh my God, yes!
I
That would
bet
be
Jonathan
awesome.
and Ness would love this.
Jonathan would be fabulous.
He
Cheesecake
would love
Boy.
it because he likes Zen-like things, like
Yeah.
coloring.
Exactly.
Zen-like, and
Totally
he,
is. Yeah.
and he likes doing yoga and
Yeah. And
That's-
I've never done a yoga Cheesecake Boy.
Oh,
Like,
you
think of the potential with like downward dog.
I think Jonathan Van Ness should
Oh, yeah.
model for it.
Totally.
I do
If
too.
you're listening, Jonathan,
Please.
Jonathan,
there's an invite.
I'm sure you are tuning in this morning.
Oh,
Delusions of grandeur can be really fun.
that's what it's all about, baby.
Where do they tune into your Instagram or
It's
yeah.
on both
Facebook,
Instagram
Facebook
and
Live?
Facebook
Oh, yeah.
Live. Yep.
And
I think Bonnie's watching. I think that's
Is
a
Bonnie
comment
watching?
from her. You guys, I love you so much. We love you too, Bonnie.
yay.
Come in
We-
color.
Yeah, come color.
We'll have a blast.
So for those of you at home that are interested in buying the Cheesecake Boy coloring book, the new one, I put the link in the description for this video, and there are 2 versions of it. There is just the regular coloring book, which is what you see all of these folks here using, and then there's also a version that's a weekly planner. Brenda, would you like to model that for the people? This one is the coloring book, and this one is the planner. Just maybe like hold up a page or 2 for them so they can see how the planner looks.
Here it
Hold
goes.
it real forward.
Real
There you go,
forward.
gorgeous. The planner has the each coloring page has like a week
Nice.
schedule next to it, so you can kind of stay organized. Wow,
That's one of my favorite blues. Yeah.
Which one?
And remember, folks,
The lighter.
The lighter one?
Cheesecake Boys are a woman's
That one.
best friend.
That's right.
And not only women's.
Anyone.
Anyone's best friend.
Men, women, and everyone
People
else.
from all over the world's best friend.
Men, women, and all non-binary people.
It's for everyone.
Have you had
Look at this one.
parents of like gay kids show support or send you messages like this is really
Oh
cool?
yeah, kids love. I mean, like, it's always like the adult Christian people who get all bent out of shape about them.
Right.
But really, the type of humor in these illustrations is the same humor that's in Looney Tunes cartoons and
Totally.
stuff like that. Like, it's not obscene at all. So yeah,
Well,
kids
it's
love
a
them.
little bit.
It's only as dirty as your mind
Yeah.
will go. So that means, of course, like for me, it can go pretty dirty. It's also very innocent too.
It's all relative.
It's all relative. Whatever you bring to the party.
Cheesecake Boy party.
Yeah, but I've done some like festivals and things. The LA Times Book Festival where we had coloring books and stuff, and kids loved them. I mean, they were having a ball.
Cool.
And this is which number? How many books are there?
This is only the second book
This
I've
is
ever
the
done.
second book.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And tell us again when the first one that you did was that?
3 years ago, I think, was when the first one came out, and that one's still available too. You can get it on Amazon if you still need that. But the first book, nobody thought it was really going to be like popular. We kind of just did it to do it, and we only ordered a small number of them,
Sure.
and then
This took off, huh?
it like sold out like crazy, and then they had all these orders, so they had to like the printer was putting in extra hours to get the books done on time and stuff. It
That's
was
so
like
cool.
really more popular than they expected. So
Well, here's
Excellent.
my finished.
yay!
Yay!
Good job! That's beautiful.
Awesome.
That turned out great.
Yeah,
that's good.
That is great. Now, if you are coloring at home, you should share pictures of your Cheesecake Boys in the comments so that we can see.
Exactly. Didn't you tell me that you can go to Patreon now and get
Oh,
monthly?
I just love my little like plants here helping myself. Shit. Thank you. Yes, as a matter of fact, if you just
Whoa!
if you cannot get enough of the Cheesecake Boys,
And who could?
this is like the home shopping club. I feel like I should be like Suzanne Summers back here.
Oh gosh.
Can I turn letters?
Ooh, like a Pie Master Cheesecake Boy could be good. Oh.
There we
Anyway,
go.
yes, you can. If you would like a new Cheesecake Boy to color every single week, delivered right to your inbox, go to patreon.com/cheesecakeboys for as little as $2 a month.
Ah.
They can be.
Only $2.
Only $2.
Thank
Is
you.
there a hard copy of the book
What a
too?
deal.
Right?
There will be a hard copy of this book, but it's not available yet. Right now, it's only available as
$2
digital
and
download.
bring you a lifetime of creativity.
Yeah.
What's the thing of like just for
Open
the
the
cost of
doors
a cup of
for
coffee?
life.
Right. Who
It
would
will.
prefer to have this?
Yeah. Drink a cheesecake boy instead of a cup of coffee.
Go, Joe.
Cup of
Exactly.
Joe.
So we just need to find someone named
Which
Joe to
one is
post.
Joe?
Joe's in there.
Joe can be whoever you want.
That's right.
It's your fantasy today.
I think you should name your garnish right
Name
now.
your guys.
Oh,
This is definitely like a.
what do you think, Nick Michael?
I don't know.
No, maybe something else.
Well, he's got the same guy,
We
so
got- we're
Okay.
coloring- we're
they're
coloring a
twins.
guy,
This is Grant.
not Michael.
Oh, Grant.
How
Yes.
about,
Justin.
I just think Michael, but you don't think Michael.
We can have different names.
You're allowed to use whatever name
Yeah.
you like.
No limits.
Exactly. I'm just back here eating cheesecake.
Your work is done here.
Seriously.
And how many different pages are there in this?
There are 63
63.
Cheesecake Boys.
63?
Wow.
Yours for only $14.95.
That is too good to be true.
I know,
And
right?
people can pre-order these?
You
Is
can
that right?
actually, if you go to the link in the description and order the book right now, you get it as an instant download.
That's
So you
wow.
can have it right now.
Amazing.
amazing. What happens in this world?
Amazing, amazing.
I know, seriously.
How does he do it all?
It's a good question.
The man doesn't sleep.
I never thought I would still be doing these actually 10 years later. but people love them, and I am still enjoying it, so why not?
That's right.
We're so glad he is.
You are just not even getting paid enough for the quality of this acting right now.
Do you have like other ideas you're working on for future ones, or do you just kind of take a break?
No,
after you
it's
put
all.
together a group?
Well, I still am doing the weekly ones for
Yeah.
Patreon, so I have to come up with a new one each week. But
Okay.
it's literally always just like whatever comes
Whatever
into my head.
comes
If I
to it, yeah.
haven't. It's not like I'm
That's the
trying.
fun part about it.
I bet you take ideas from the crowd.
I do. If you have an idea for a Cheesecake Boy scenario, or if you would like to be a Cheesecake Boy, I do get a lot of people writing and say, "Hey, I'd like to post for one," and I'm always.
And
Can they just send you a picture,
Yeah.
or okay?
How do they get a hold of you? What should they do? What should they do?
This is the best fake conversation ever.
You just hear all these questions. This would be provided.
How are you just so awesome?
That was my next question.
You can contact me through my website, paulrichmondstudio.com, or through whatever social media you are watching this on right now. You can just send me a direct message.
And that's Richmond.
R-I-C-H-M-O-N-D.
That's right, folks.
You just when you're gonna do a project, you just have to have like wonderful friends who are gonna help you like pimp it out.
How many? What's the number difference between how many guys have actually posed and ones you've just come up with?
Most people want to pose.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
some of these you were telling me you just kind of drew, like it wasn't based on a person. Like
Yeah,
that.
a lot of times.
From memories.
Memories, personal experiences,
you
things
go.
that I've witnessed
There it is. There
You heard
in
it.
a more idealized form, perhaps. But I would say it's more people sending
Most people,
photos than
yeah.
ideas. I think there's a lot of like exhibitionists out there, and I'm fine with that. I embrace you all.
Have most of them been people you've met in person that you've drawn off of?
It's a mix.
Okay.
It's a mix.
Okay.
You all are doing a lovely job.
His skin's a little bumpy because the table's a little
I noticed that.
Just
It's
saying,
getting
you know,
texture.
it's a little bit
Oh,
of
he needs a little microderm or something.
We embrace his imperfections.
Exactly.
Yes.
Look at this bag
Alright.
of glitter that Denise brought. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like this needs to
we need to get in there on the glitter. So I think he's going to be having
A
a
glitter
little
moment.
lollipop with some sparkle.
Oh, that's a good
Alright,
idea.
That's a
and
nice
all the
idea.
lollipops in the back I think need to be
There.
out of
That's a good idea.
markers because they're bright.
Are those the kind that you just like need glue
Well,
to do? Or?
Knowing how glitter works, we are soon going to have glitter cheesecake, glitter
cheese
everywhere.
glitter, there's spoons everywhere.
Could you set this plate down?
We're in Palestine.
Of
Or
course.
it's
Yeah, why
exactly
not?
where it should be, right?
Do you have other events coming up?
Exactly.
We are going to do some Cheesecake Boy coloring parties. That
Okay.
will be coming up very soon.
In Monterey or where?
all
Oh, really?
all
Okay.
over.
Oh,
We did a
cool.
really fun one when we launched the last book that was at a club in West Hollywood, and we had like
Nice.
live Cheesecake
Oh,
Boys
right.
dancing, and we had the pictures blown up really big on the wall for people to like color as a group. So we're gonna do some more of that, but we'll
That's-
probably wait until the actual physical book comes out for this one.
But how could I have a cheesecake party in my town?
Well, what a great
Can you
question!
sponsor Cheesecake
What a great question! Actually, that will soon be available as an option for you to purchase from me directly. You can download everything you need to host your own Cheesecake Boy coloring party, but it's not available just yet. But you see how much fun we're having. We see what you do too.
Seems too good.
Are you going to partner with
It's just
bakeries
gonna
that make cheesecake?
Yeah, or the Cheesecake Factory.
That would be good.
Yeah, you can totally partner with like local bakeries that make
Yes.
cheesecakes too.
Yes.
Oh,
Local bakeries would
there
be
you
the
go.
place.
Yeah,
That would be really fun.
There's
I
a,
doubt the Cheesecake Factory's going to want to be associated with this.
you never know.
You never know if you're watching.
Get in touch.
I'll partner with anyone. I'm not picky.
I like that.
That sounds a little.
I don't really know that that's entirely true.
Oh, it's true.
All right.
Okay.
He's confirmed. It is.
All right. So let's
Okay, here.
do your final few marks, and then
No.
we will share. Oh, no, I don't want it to end. Terese says no.
I'm just kidding. We'll do our final marks.
box because I'm sure that these lovely people do have to get on with their day.
Minutes, drop your color crayons.
Now
No, it's
you
like-
may
it's
take
like
them home
chalk.
with you and continue.
Oh, good.
Alright.
That's as long as that's a good condition. I will.
Yes.
I will
Absolutely.
finish up here.
Quickly.
I just want to do this last one here.
It is,
This little time thing. It's
I need to
take
get
this
his
one.
wheelchair in here. I need to get his tattoo done. The pressure's
Uh-oh.
on.
Pressure's
No
on.
pressure.
Jeez. What
Pressure
What's a person
is
to
on.
do with this?
The Cheesecake Boys live in a world of zero pressure.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes.
There's no pressure.
Yeah, look at the fun they're having.
Right.
They're smiling at us.
They're always
Pussy
happy. They don't
pops.
care.
That's a good point. Really good point. They're so cheerful.
Pops,
They're telling good
jokes.
This one's Shark hasn't come after this one yet. It's
Yeah, the
coming
shark.
through.
Yeah, the shark.
You'll see mine another
I like
day.
the dark turn that
The
Terese.
shark is gonna come. I'm gonna draw the shark in here.
Oh no.
You can invent your own on the same page.
That's right. You can add your own
Add your
morbid
own
twist.
morbid mentality. Doesn't
No
matter.
limits.
Does anybody have any closing thoughts they would like to share about their cheesecake experience this morning?
Well, it makes me want to have a lollipop.
That's
And
good. Next time I will be sure to provide those.
Great activity for a
Alright.
Sunday afternoon.
that's
It
right.
is.
Some
Great-
people
great way
maybe,
to- Great way to start the day.
some people may be at church right now, but we are doing this.
So are we.
Alright.
So are we.
We're on our
Oh,
own.
that got a lot of likes and hearts
Oh,
and things
sure.
flying across the screen.
Join us on another Sunday.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay,
Are we ready?
I did what you said.
All right, let's have a big
Okay.
reveal.
I'm not,
More color in his hair.
I'm not finished, by the way. I take my
I know
time.
you are.
Here's
Hold it
mine.
up real far. So
Here's
they-
mine, what I've got so
Ta-da!
far. Isn't that
Thank you all for joining us
Thank
this
you.
morning.
cool? Thank you.
Have so much fun coloring on your own, and be sure to share your pictures with hashtag Cheesecake Boys.
Cheesecake